Step into the arena of minds. On this channel, every move is a clash of strategy, every sacrifice a turning point, and every game a battle for glory. Watch two players push the limits of creativity and calculation, as we bring you the drama, suspense, and excitement of chess like never before. Wesley opens with 1. d4. The center pawn marches forward like a fearless soldier, staking claim to the battlefield, and demanding attention from the very first move. Situru answers with Torchgestation, Democraten Nationistion. Inane endo Weisel, Alden Pinje, ich serode bestasisch. Anna. d5. A symmetrical reply, showing he's not afraid to meet force with force, locking horns right in the heart of the board. Wesley continues with nf3, developing calmly, guarding his pawn, and saying, "I'll fight smart, not wild." Now, Situru plays Semilumbin, Situru plays. And at Piliin. Yan. e6, the classical defense, tightening his structure like a shield before the storm. Wesley pushes c4. The queen's gambit begins. He invites chaos, offering a pawn to open lines and stretch black's defense. Situru replies, Hund. Niente. Anae. Chex, the Slav setup, building a sturdy wall, signaling he's ready for a long positional war. Wesley calmly plays e3, reinforcing his pawn chain, flexible and patient, preparing to release his bishops into the battle. Situru brings out nf6, knights into action, protecting his core and keeping an eye on those tricky c4 and e4 squares. Wesley slides b3, a quiet but deadly idea, readying his dark square bishop to join the fray from the flank. Situru mirrors with nbd7, all pieces developing in harmony, building the fortress before the sword starts swinging. Wesley now develops bd3. Bishop eyes the a7 pawn like a predator watching its prey, hinting at future attacks. Situru checks with bb4e, the first poke of the spear, forcing Wesley to make a decision in the opening skirmish. Wesley interposes nbd2, a calm defense, blocking the check and keeping his formation intact. Situru responds with qe7. Queen steps up early, slightly unusual, but ready to support the center and protect e6. Wesley develops bb2. The bishop takes aim down the long diagonal, quietly adding firepower toward the king's side. Situru castles. The king tucks himself safely behind pawns, the calm before the storm truly begins. Wesley follows suit with 0-0, safety first. But both players know safety is only temporary here. Situru retreats b3. That bishop starts a dance, targeting the cone square and trying to provoke weakness. Wesley replies bc3, countering the idea, refusing to be pushed around, and eyeing the diagonal back. Situru moves bb4 again, a repeat of pressure, like a boxer testing the same spot twice. Wesley captures bxbs4, Enough of this. He trades off the annoying bishop, simplifying the tension. Situru recaptures qxbsb4. Queen re-enters the spotlight, activating early, perhaps too early for comfort. Wesley slides qc2. Eyes locked on f-hour and checks, creating subtle threats behind a calm face. Situru pushes h6. A quiet pawn move, but one that hints at future kingside adventures. Wesley plays a3, pushing back, preparing to chase that queen away with b4, gaining space on the flank. Situru answers qe7, retreating his queen to safety, ready to reload for a new plan. Wesley strikes cx5, opening the center, forcing clarity, and testing black's pawn structure. Situru recaptures x5, keeping symmetry but giving white open lines for future invasion. Wesley pushes b4. The flank attack begins, rolling pawns like tanks into enemy territory. Situru develops re8. Rook centralizes, hinting that tactical ideas may soon erupt in the middle. Wesley brings rf cone. Lining up on the c-file, the cannons are ready, the engines revving up. Situru pushes a6, securing the b5 square, preparing to expand, and trying to slow the white advance. Wesley activates nb3. The knight swings over, ready to leap towards c5 or f5, sniffing for targets. Situru replies nefur. The knight lunges into the center, a bold move, challenging Wesley directly. Wesley counters nc5, a knight versus knight standoff, both fighters eyeing key squares and daring each other to blink. Situru brings n-fight, pulling back, re-rotating to defense, knowing the storm is building fast. Wesley trades bx4, removing the central intruder, clearing the path for his own attack. Situru recaptures dx4, accepting the doubled pawn, but keeping central tension alive. Wesley continues nd2, repositioning cleverly, ready to attack from new angles, calculating several moves ahead. Situru develops bf5, bishop joins the party, guarding the pawn and staring menacingly down the diagonal. Wesley plays re1. Rook joins the center fight, ready to blast open e-file whenever the time is right. Situru pushes g6. Black begins a kingside expansion, trying to scare away future threats. Wesley reacts nf1. The knight starts its long journey, a hidden maneuver with deadly intentions. Situru advances g5. Full aggression now. Situru wants chaos. He's rolling the dice in the center and kingside. Wesley pushes file. Bang! Direct confrontation. Opening lines, daring black structure to hold. Situru brings bs7. Bishop retreats but keeps its aim on the diagonal, still holding the tension. Wesley captures fxe5. The front explodes, pawns disappear, and the center bursts into flames. Situru answers hxx5. He keeps lines open, but his king's shelter begins to crumble. Wesley brings Angta3. The knight jumps forward like a predator, eyes blazing toward a5 and f5. Situru plays b6, a small breath of counterplay on the queenside, trying to distract the storm. Wesley reroutes na4, ready to strike on b6 or c5, shifting the pressure beautifully. Situru replies qb7, queen eyes the long diagonal, hoping for counter chances far from his king. Wesley plays qa2, aligning queen and rook, planning something vicious on the e-file. Situru brings bg6, the bishop comes back, standing tall like a lone guard in front of the king. Wesley lifts r4, the rook eyes f7, tension builds like thunder before lightning. Situru moves nh7, the knight retreats nervously, feeling the heat of what's coming. Wesley jumps nf5, boom, the knight plants itself deep in enemy soil, a dagger near the black king. Situru plays re6, desperate defense, interposing to keep lines closed against the invasion. Wesley pushes h4, no mercy. The pawns join the hunt, marching straight toward destruction. Situru captures gx-ah4. He tries to relieve the pressure, but his kingside becomes a minefield. Wesley responds nix4. The knight reclaims the pawn, standing proudly in front of the king's shattered castle. Situru goes a5. Queenside play again, like opening a second front in a losing war. Wesley drops qb2, targeting b6. The queen joins the attack with precision and menace. Situru captures xb4. The tension escalates. The queenside finally collapses into open fire. Wesley recaptures qxbsb4. Queen cleans up, ready to invade with cold precision. Situru brings rabait. Rook steps into defense, but his army looks scattered and shaken. Wesley plays qc7. Queen takes the high ground, looking straight into the heart of the black king's defense. Situru develops rf6, trying to cover everything, but he's drowning under the weight of threats. Wesley lifts nc5, another brilliant knight maneuver, connecting threats from all angles. Situru strikes nc7, moving pieces to hold the defense together by sheer will. Wesley plays na6. The knight dives deeper, slicing into the position like a scalpel. Situru counters qg3. Queen rushes in, perhaps searching for perpetual or last hope counterplay. Wesley captures nx-bite, a cold, clean exchange, material advantage now clear, the attack still raging. Situru responds qx3, a desperate counterpunch. The queen strikes with check, trying to create chaos. Wesley's king steps to ha2, calm under fire, sidestepping the bullet with nerves of steel. Situru fires qg5, another threat, looking for one last trick to save his fading position. Wesley pushes g3. He builds a barrier, cutting off counterplay, suffocating black's dreams. Situru advances e3, one final pawn thrust, a last stand, hoping for miracles on the board. Wesley answers n7. Knight races back to defense and attacks simultaneously, total domination. Situru captures bx bone, taking material in despair, but it's far too late. Wesley strikes in xf6, devastating. Yeah. Knight check, blowing open the defense like a grenade. Situru recaptures in f6, forced, but now his king is naked in the open. Wesley coolly plays qx pawn, regains material balance, every move is surgical and deadly. Situru tries for iyong, the final flare of resistance, a last hopeless attempt at salvation. Wesley calmly plays h3, stepping out of danger, ending the game with quiet authority. 1-0, a masterpiece of control, calculation, and heart. That's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really motivates me to bring you even more exciting chess games. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.